This podcast is for support and inspiration only. It is not medical advice. Always talk to your doctor or care team about what's right for you.
The food is not the problem. I'm the problem. I'm just 23 years old. I don't want to be living like that. So you don't love you the way you are, because when you're in your room in the four walls all by yourself, you cry yourself to sleep. You hate the way that you look.
You ever lie to yourself just to survive? If you're tired of hiding behind fake smiles, you need to hear this. Stay tuned.
So we are here with Licette. Welcome to Bariatric Paths.
Hello, guys.
So we are so excited to hear about your journey with your weight loss and how you've been doing with your surgery. Which surgery did you get?
I got the gastric sleeve.
The gastric sleeve. And what are your stats right now?
Right now, I am currently, I think, 101 pound down. By the way, I am a year and 3 months, I am a year and 3 months out, so I am 101 pounds down.
That's phenomenal.
Right? I'm just like, oh my God, that is a lot of weight. I did like a stimulation of like carrying 100 pounds, and I was just like, I was carrying that with me. Like, I could barely do
You can't
60.
imagine
Like,
it.
that is honestly insane. But
Yeah.
honestly, I felt amazing. The last time I had my blood work, everything came out well. My doctor was like, "You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing." They tell you that you only lose up to like 70% of your excess weight. On average, and on mine, I'm already like a normal weight, which is amazing. I'm only 5 pounds away from my actual healthy goal weight and stuff. So everything is amazing. Everything is great.
That's really good, because that was one of the reasons why I did the bypass, because I wanted a little bit more weight loss, and I was just worried that I wouldn't reach that goal with the sleeve. So that's like really good that you were able to do
Yeah.
that so soon.
Yeah, I wish.
Congratulations.
To me, my doctor recommended the sleeve because I guess I was only like 2 point up of my BMI or something like that. So I did. If I would have gotten the bypass, I would have lost too
Too
much.
much
And
weight.
honestly, I was just like, my current, like the actual goal weight that he wanted me was 168, and I was like, I don't. That's too skinny for me. So I'm just like,
Mhm.
I'll go with him on like 175 to 180. Give me myself a wiggle room, but like I could probably go down to 168 and everything. So I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Because I feel like some people lose a lot of weight and they get down
Yeah,
to their lowest. And then as they go through maintenance, they kind of find a
that wiggle
happy
room,
balance.
yeah. Which
Yeah.
is nice, which is nice. Gives you the control of like, okay, this is me. I'm controlling my weight now, not the food or anything like
Hmm.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so looking back, it's been over a year now, but looking back, what was the moment you knew you couldn't keep living the way you were before surgery?
Oh my God, I remember like it's today. It was in 2023, around May, I think it was. I did my physical. All I heard was you are pre-diabetic and you have high cholesterol, and that's all I heard. And that's when I was like, I need to change this. I can't be living like this, because it's like it came back to of like my grandmother passing away because of a heart attack due to her
Hmm.
cholesterol. I'm just 23 years old. I don't want to be living like that. So
Hmm.
to me, it was that moment of like, okay, I got to do something about it. It seems like me working out and going on diets is really not helping me. It got to be something, because I was just like, I need to do something. It wasn't something of like I thought about it and just let it go. No, I actually did something about it. And if that meant I had
Exactly.
to go under surgery, then so be it.
That's what we're going to do, right?
Right, exactly.
So you once said like you didn't want to die, and that being, linked to your weight of making you at risk for those diseases. What did that
Mhm.
fear feel like for you going through that?
I don't like, I feel like shouldn't be everybody shouldn't be scared of it, because at some point that's gonna happen. But like to me, it was just more of like, I want a family before I pass away. I want to be able to give my mom a grandkid. I want to be able to actually raise my kids. And for me to do that, I got to do something about it now. It's not like I can leave it for
Mm.
tomorrow or the next day. I got to do something now. And it just felt like, oh my God, I feel like time is coming really fast, and I have to like rush to do these things, and I can't. Like, I need time, because everything takes time. Everything that's good doesn't come easy. So
Mhm.
to me, it just felt like everything was just falling and I couldn't catch it. So I was like,
Mm.
and so is in a way of like, if you can control it, do something about it. And the only thing I could control for that not to happen was my weight. Thinking that that could happen to me because of my weight and it's something that I can control was kind of just like, no, this is a wake up call. I need to like hurry up. If I actually
Mhm.
want these things in my life, I need to like do something about it. And yeah, that's
Mhm.
honestly like, that was scary to think about, that because of a choice that I made, I could potentially not be in this earth, you know?
Yeah, and I like how you say it's like it's not necessarily the death, but you were just consumed with all of the possibilities of which and opportunities that you could lose out
Yeah.
on. Never thought of it like that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I might die,
Pretty much.
but before I leave, I want to do some things first. Like that's very
Exactly. Yeah. So I want to get there before that happens. Yeah.
yeah. So when you think about who you were back then, what do you feel for that version of yourself?
Oh my God. That actually, like, I look at pictures back then and I just see my face and I'm just like, I wish I could just like give her like a really, really big hug and like just to tell her that like it might be rough right now, but it gets easier, it gets better. It doesn't have to be this way for the rest of her life. Because back then it was just a very different person. Totally
Mm,
different person all around. And it's just, it was mentally not necessarily like outside of like a family or relationship wise. It was more of just her just not being okay and like trying to
mm,
show to everybody that she was great, that she will say, oh, if somebody's gonna come into my life, they're gonna love me the way I am, blah blah blah. Yet you don't love you the way you are, because when you're in your room in the four walls all by yourself, you cry yourself to sleep, you hate the way that you look. So it's like I felt like I was putting this like fake face on every time I would go out and I would tell people this and that. And then looking back at pictures, I'm just like, the fact that people actually bought it is actually crazy.
like the fact that y'all believed me.
Exactly. I'm like, because just looking back, even though I know why, it's just like you can see it in her face how like not okay she was, you know? And like to
Mm,
me now, like to where I'm at right now, I'm just like, man, I wish I could just like give her this like really, really big hug and tell her that everything is okay. Because back then she didn't feel like it was going to be okay. So it was just,
mm,
it's actually like insane. And the reason why I say this because just the other day I was doing kind of like a before and after, and I couldn't finish it because I started crying. I was just like, "Oh my god, how does nobody could see this?" Like, and it made me think of like other people that are actually going through it, and it makes me actually
mm-hmm,
look at them. I'm like, "Are you actually okay, or should I just like
mm,
not be worried?" And not necessarily
yeah,
just for like your weight or anything like that. Could be also, potential of like
just your happiness.
yeah, just your happiness, period. I'm just like, don't lie to me. I feel like I've done it and I know how it looks like, so you can't really
Yeah.
lie to me.
Yeah, like do you feel that since you're over a year now and you have reached that like 100 pounds, so it's more drastic the difference between your before and after? Was it easier for you to kind of see and understand the comparison of now and before than maybe like right at the beginning of your surgery when you first started losing weight? Like now that you're kind of like further away from it, do you feel like you're able to reflect a little bit deeper on who she was and what she was really going through?
Yes, I do. Especially now. Because again, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like every month, because I'm an advocate when it comes to like not weighing yourself every day or not doing it every week. So like to me, I will measure my journey with pictures and videos. So I will do that every time. And there were times I'm like, oh, that's not a big difference, but it's something. We'll get.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay with the something. But now looking, let's say from day one to like right now, I'm just like, that little something actually did something. It's like those
Yeah.
little things at the end actually add up. And so it's like I don't know. Body dysmorphia is a real thing, of course, and
Mhm.
we go through and even though you saw yourself big for a long time, even now that you're, let's say,
Mhm.
smaller, you still see that big person in you because it's still
And
you. It's just
everyone
that,
looks
like,
at me crazy when I say that. I'm just like, I still see
yeah.
300-pound Toya sometimes.
It's like it's fine. And not like sometimes like say it's like, oh, I just lost 100 pounds. I'm like, you just lost 100 pounds. Like you actually like
Exactly.
there's
Like that's a big
actually
deal.
weight in that. Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
now because you already lost it is easier to say. But back then when you say I have to lose 100 pounds, you were actually like going through anxiety and stress because you didn't know how we're gonna do it.
You probably saying like imaginary stuff, like, yeah, I don't need to lose
Yeah.
100 pounds. Sure, we'll see.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if I can hit that. And now that you're doing it, it's like, oh damn, I did it. Like that's actually
Yeah,
crazy, you know? Like putting into perspective
exactly.
those things, you know, it's like, I don't know. But I always compared myself. But like again, looking from like back then to now, it's like, damn, it is 100 pounds. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But like regardless of that,
Mm-hmm.
again, body dysmorphia is a thing. So it's like the other day, I'm just like, oh my god, I look big. No, you don't. You're just it's your mind. And so what helps me is I just go back to my pictures and I'm like, I don't look like that. So I guess I'm not that big. But like just kind of validate my feelings a little bit. But yeah, no, this is looking at it in a way of like 100 pounds is 100 pounds. Like don't limit yourself just because you feel a little bigger or because the scale said that you went up a 1 pound. Like that's nothing compared to what you
Mm-hmm.
already did.
Exactly. I don't know if you have a Fire Stick, but a couple of my TVs have the Fire Stick, and so as the screensaver, they show you, all of the pictures and stuff from the years before. And I really didn't notice it before my surgery, but now
Yeah.
every time that slideshow goes, I just be like, "Ooh, I thought I looked cute there." I don't know what I was thinking. "Ooh, I was
Right.
happy there, girl. Why were you so happy? Why are you cheesing looking like that?"
Right. It's like, oh my god, I'm a good liar, I guess. I don't know, but that's
So much I was
true.
lying to myself.
Exactly. It's like you were lying so much that you actually believed it. That's the crazy thing.
Like it was something like you honestly had to, like, if that was your norm and you felt like there was no way out, there was no other option, you do have to kind of psych yourself so that you're just
Mm-hmm.
not miserable. Like in order to
Yeah.
just get through the day, you have to hype yourself up saying, "Oh, I look cute. Oh, I got
Yeah.
this." But looking back, I'm just like, "Child, please."
See, you were not okay. Stop it. It's like
Never was okay. Like never.
so, but props to you for making it good, for at least trying to be happy with it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and I know some people if they are, heavier in a weight, that's very depressing for them. But for me, I've always been overweight, like
Yeah.
since middle school. So if that, I would have been a very sad child, a sad person to
Just
be
going up.
that,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, being that big for so long and being sad
Yeah.
about it. So it's just kind of like, you gotta
You
make
just
it
accept the
positive.
reality. It's like, this is who I am, and that's gonna happen. Yeah.
Exactly. So, what was the hardest part of trying every diet, every pill, and still feeling like nothing could really happen? Because I believe you were on phentermine at one point, right?
Yes, I was actually, and I lost pound. But again, I feel like I wasn't very educated when it came to that pill because at first I didn't know it was a weight loss pill. At first, I did not.
Mm,
I went to the doctor and I said, "Doctor, I feel like every time I have anxiety, my coping is to eat. I will get home
mm-hmm,
from work and I'm just like, I don't want food. Go to sleep, go do it again the next day." So I wasn't eating correctly. I wasn't
mm.
actually like nourishing my body and learning how to eat and having a better relationship with food when I was going through that pill. I just wanted something to stop me from eating because I had anxiety, right? And to
Mm.
me,
So, it really wasn't like trying to change your lifestyle or really
no,
be a healthier lifestyle. You needed something
it
to
was
ease the stress.
exactly. It was just more to like try to like calm down my anxiety. That's what I thought the pill did. And then after that, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, let me look this up. And then I saw, I was like, oh, it's a weight loss pill. That's insane.
That's radical. You're not stressed, you're fat.
Right. Exactly. It's like, oh my God. But like, yeah, it suppresses your appetite. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So it kind of just got me into like, oh, I lost weight. Now I'm great. I don't need to take the pills anymore. But guess what? I
Mm-hmm.
went back to the same thing and even worse. Because if I lost 60, I gained 80. Because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
learn how to eat. I didn't learn how to I didn't fix that relationship with food that I had. Like I want to actually fix the relationship with food. And so I was like, okay, at some point I became vegan. Great, it
You
helped, but
tried it
like
all, right?
right, I tried it all. I'm like, oh, I feel amazing, but like this is not something I will do for the rest of my life. That was one. Two,
Yeah, I was like
I
that with
went
keto. I couldn't stand keto. I
right.
don't understand how
That's
people like
another one.
keto.
I went the first time I went to an actual weight loss doctor. I told him my concerns. And he's like, "What? Have you tried keto?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna give keto a try." I tried it for a week. Couldn't keep it. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That was worse. That
I
actually made
like
it
bread too
worse.
much. Too many carbs for me. I
Yeah,
have
no,
to
no,
have
no. That made
carbs.
it worse, and especially when it's like we come from a culture that is everything is carbs. It's like it's hard to just take that away from me. Like I don't. It's like I grew up with it. I tried the calorie deficit, but like even though that's what works, it does. Calorie, like counting the calories, kind of just like mentally wasn't okay with me. It kind of like
Mhm.
okay,
Too much
physically I
work.
feel great, but mentally I was drained. Every time I
Yeah.
would look at something, I'm like, oh, let me see instantly. Oh, it has 200 calories. I can't have that. It has 200. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, like that is not healthy. Again, it's not fixing my relationship with food. I'm just trying to get by. So like I
Mhm.
tried everything under the sun. I was devastated because I was just like, man, what is it that I'm doing wrong? I'm eating in a calorie deficit. I'm working out and I'm still not losing weight. I'm actually getting even bigger.
Mhm.
So what exactly am I doing wrong? There's no more. I'm out of tools. Like there's nothing else
Yeah.
I can do now.
And I feel like with like everything we've mentioned, all those different fads and things and the different diets, the main thing is it's a list of what you can't have. And that's not sustainable because one day you're going to want it. And what do you do
Exactly.
then? So I feel like with the
Exactly.
surgery, it's teaching us like, especially even with the bypass, and people are like, oh, with the dumping and stuff. I know for me, if I dump, it's because I ate way too much or something was just entirely too sweet. Probably
Right.
never should have put it in my mouth in the first place. But outside of that, it's all about moderation and learning, a couple of bites is fine. I get satisfied. I don't have to
Yes.
eat the whole bowl of ice cream. I can have a couple of spoons and be good.
And you're
But just
good.
understanding that dynamic and being able to like accept it without
Yes.
being forced to feel like you're just, I can't have this, I can't have that.
Yeah. Because I
That's
feel
not
like
sustainable.
as humans, they tell you can't have that, and that's when you actually want it more. That's when
I've
you're just
never
like, oh,
wanted
I actually
I
want it
never
now.
wanted French fries more than when I was on keto. I was just like, I need a
Yes.
fry. I'll even take a Wendy's fry at this
Oh
point.
my God, tell me about it. Because it's like, I'm the person, it's like, if I'm craving something, I'm going to have it. Because if I don't, then what's happened is later on, I'm going to sneak it in and I'm going to eat it
Mhm.
all of it,
More.
not just a little bit. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat
I'm gonna
all of it.
overdo it
If I
then.
have to wait the 5 minutes to have a little space, I'm gonna do it, and that's not okay.
Mhm.
That's what I kind of like tell people. I'm just like, if you want a cookie, have a cookie. It's okay,
Have the
because guess
cookie
what? If you don't have it next week, you might want to have three. And then you're gonna
or a
have to
cake.
actually indulge in it because now it's three that you want, not just one. So it's like everything in moderation, not going crazy, actually learning like listening to your body of when it's like, okay, I'm satisfied with this craving. Now you can let it go. Then let it go. You don't have to eat until you're full. You can just eat until you're satisfied. That's it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not that difficult.
It's,
So if you could go back to the night before your surgery, right
oh,
before you were getting ready to go to the hospital, what would you tell yourself?
oh my God, girl. Wait, I remember that time, like, again, like it was yesterday because it's like, I was so
It was a big
excited.
moment.
It
It was a
was
big
a bit
moment.
because I literally like it didn't came into account that I was actually going into surgery until the day off. That I was at the hospital
Mm.
getting um my anesthesia in and everything, and I'm just like, wait, I'm actually doing this.
I was so
I
nervous that it was going to get canceled because you hear everybody saying, "Oh, it got," and so I was just like, "Is it, you gave me a date? Okay, you're actually admitting me. Like, okay,
yeah
so this is for real. I'm really about to have it." Like, I was just so worried that it was going to get. I mean, you hear the stories
yeah
with insurance and stuff, and I was just like, I just
yeah.
don't want to do all of this, and y'all tell me I gotta go back home with the same stomach I came with.
I gotta tell you this story because it actually happened to me. My
See?
surgery was supposed to be February 8th of 2024. It's out to
Mm-hmm.
turn out to be March 28th. But here's what happened. My insurance needed to be again, I needed to be over 40 BMI. And I was at 41.1. My doctor, when I started my journey, he said, you're at 41.1. I don't want you to go up. If you can work on yourself and going down, that's great, but I don't want you to go up. I was like, oh, great. Because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it kind of gives them an idea of like, will you be able to succeed after your surgery? Because if, let's say, I start this journey, all of a sudden, from 41.1, I'm going to 45. He's going to be like, I don't think you're ready for the surgery. You're not going to be able to pull through, you know, mentally. So my last visit to my physical to get my clearance, I was 39 point something. And because of that, my
So you lost
insurance,
too much weight?
yes, a week
Oh
before
my gosh.
literally
So
February
what you
5th,
went?
they
You want to
gave
go
me
eat a
the news.
burger?
Right. I'm like, I'll
Like,
do
give me a
all that
second.
right
I'll be
now.
right back.
Exactly. And the thing is, that was the 2 weeks that I was doing like the pre-op. So I'm like, of course I'm barely eating. So of course I'm gonna lose
Yeah.
some
I
water
lost
weight or
15
whatever.
pounds. I lost
But they
15 pounds those 2 weeks. So it's very easy to
exactly. And so
lose.
it's like because my physical clearance said, oh, I was at 39 point something, the insurance was like, because of that one paper that said that, my insurance said that they do not, like, they can't accept my thing. And I was just like, you're kidding me. They called me after the at 2 o'clock, after I came back from my pre-op appointment, you know, where they do all the blood work to make sure they have everything ready for the actual. This was February 5th. My surgery was supposed to be February 8th. So I was getting ready for that. They called me, they're like, yeah, you didn't get approved. And I was like, you're kidding. She's like, yeah, but I'm gonna appeal it. I have 72 hours and blah blah blah. So the 72 hours passed, and they're like, no, it's not immediate. They cannot, like, the appeal didn't go immediately, so they need to, like, time for it. So she was like, okay, we'll give you another date until, kind of like give like the insurance like a gap of like, here's the decision is gonna be in 2 weeks. I'm gonna give you a month in advance, right? So that's when from February 8th it went to March 28th. And they called me February 15th saying that they approved it. So it was like, okay, it's all set. I'm done. It's actually March 28th, because I cried my eyes out. Like, I cried so much because I was just like, what you mean? My mom had to calm me down. She was like, it's okay. If it's in God's plan, it's going to happen. Don't worry. And I'm just like, but mom, I went to a whole 2-week pre-op. I just went to my pre-op appointment. You're telling me all of this prep was for nothing? Can you not? Because of my stress and my emotions, I started to eat so much. I was just like, you know what? I don't care. I ordered a big thing. Mind you, I didn't even eat it because I was just eating out of emotions. So I ordered this big plate and I just ate. I was like, I'm not in my 2 weeks anymore. I'm not getting the surgery, blah, 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 blah. You know? But then, like, the next day, it kind of hit me. I'm like, okay, this could actually happen, blah, blah, blah. So then March 28th came. My surgery was supposed to be like at 5 in the morning. They called me the day before, and I'm just like, what now? And
What
I'm
you
just like
want
going
now?
so
What you
nuts.
calling for?
Right. She's like, no, we just want to move your surgery from 5 o'clock to, I think it was 11. So I had to be there at 9. I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't care. As long as I'm having it, I don't care what time it happens. But it happened. And but the day before, I was just excited. I was like, oh my God, it's actually, this time is actually happening, because this time the insurance did approve it. The only thing that wouldn't happen is if I canceled it or the doctor did. But the insurance was fine. Everything was great. But I was just so
See, so
excited.
you are the reason why I was nervous, because I was just like, if it gets canceled. And so it was like, the first step was the insurance approval. And then also like my blood work and stuff. Like, I don't want them to be like, you were supposed to eat liquids and you had a bite, so now you got to come back. Like, even though that didn't happen, I was very worried that they'll be like, your blood work or something's not working, so you got to come back next week. Like, I just wanted it to be done.
Yeah, like, I just wanted to just go past and make sure that, like, okay, and after the surgery, then I can get excited, I guess. But no,
Yeah, so I didn't get
I was
excited till
excited.
afterwards.
It was so exciting because it's like I had a fatty liver, and so my doctor was like, I need you to be in complete liquid 5 days before your surgery. So I was actually like, that actually came and went. I was like, 5 days, that's fine, that's easy. I slept it off. I just slept. I went to work, came back home. I'm like, I don't want to know nobody about talking
You do
about
become
food or
lethargic
nothing.
when you go into that liquid mode. When you're in that liquid mode, you get really lethargic. You have no energy. Like, you're just like,
Nothing. So I
go
might
ahead
as
and
well
cut
just
me.
sleep it off. Sleep it off. I'm like, okay, might as well. I can't do nothing about it. If I'm awake, I'm just gonna think about food, and that's not healthy. So let me just go to sleep. That day before, they tell you to kind of like wash your body with like the antibacterial thing. My mom helped me with that. The room was clean. I got my wedge pillow. Everything was great. I felt like, that like the day before the first day of school kind of thing, that you lay your clothes and everything. I was so excited. I woke up like 2 hours before I had to leave. Like, I was just like, I'm ready. My mom was the one that kind of was like, okay, you good? I'm like, okay, let's go. And I live in Atlanta, so it's like Atlanta traffic is insane.
Awful.
And we were almost gonna
Yeah.
be late. So like the doctors called me like 10 minutes before, and I was just like, no, I'm on my way. There's just traffic. I'm like right here. Don't worry, I'm going.
I'm
But everything
coming.
right, I promise you I'm here. But everything just went so smooth. Everything went great. And I felt like a big thing came with like the people around me, you know, because my mom was excited for me. My stepdad was excited for me. My brothers, everybody was just like so supportive. And then my doctor was just so good at like explaining every procedure, everything that's going to happen, that I just felt at peace. I never felt scared
Mhm.
of like, oh, what could happen in the surgical room? What could this? Like, it just felt like this is meant to happen. I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna be great when I come out. The nurses
Yeah.
were amazing. I don't know. It just felt like everybody. It just felt like it was meant to because everything was just falling
Yeah,
into
everything
place,
falls in
right?
place. Exactly. When
Everything,
it all
everybody,
falls
the
in place,
nurse,
everything is good.
everything. So before the anesthesia, even the nurse was like, "I'm just gonna sedate you," and blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, really?" The moment she put the injection, I was just like, "Oh," I was like in heaven. I was like, "Is this how it feels?" Like I don't know, but I just felt great. I just felt amazing. No regrets at all. When it came to like actually having the surgery, I was not scared at all. Ever.
You said it was like getting ready for school, but because you ain't had no children. But for me,
Yeah.
it's like for me, I felt like I was getting ready to have the baby. So it's like I made
Oh.
sure my bag was packed. I had
Yeah.
bought a new
Yes.
Telfar bag with all of the because I thought I was going to at least spend the night. Turns out they
Yeah.
sent me home that night. I didn't even
That's
spend the night.
nice.
So I had bought the Telfar bag for nothing. Either way, I had the
Wow.
Telfar bag with all of the goodies and stuff. And I had the, like you said, the wedge pillow. And it was like, okay, I'm coming home with my new stomach instead of a new baby.
And it wasn't like you looked different. You just had a different stomach inside, you know?
Yeah, but that was just like in my head, that was the start. Just knowing
Yes.
that my stomach was cut in half. It's gonna be
Yes.
come back as a new person.
Right. It's like I'm coming. I promise I'm a different person now.
If this is hitting home, go ahead and follow the show. And if you haven't already, join the Facebook group Bariatric Paths, Your Journey, Your Tribe. You can also sign up for the email list at bariatricpaths.com for updates and event info.
You
Right.
are Dominican and you are a proud Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how you balance honoring your culture and enjoying all of the fabulous Dominican food. Like experience with like your family and friends, do they ever feel a little like side eye if you don't want to eat the spaghetti and rice together? Do they feel offended that you don't want to
No,
participate, or are they respectful that hey, I'm in this journey, let me live?
they're actually very no, and I can understand. They're actually very respectful. Like I said, I have a really, and I'm honestly very grateful for it that they're very supportive of everything that I did and
Mm,
still doing. And then instead of giving me a side eye, they just be like, "Do you want a small?" They literally just bring me a small one instead of giving me a
mm,
big plate. Here you go. I'm like, I'm gonna eat the rice and spaghetti, but it's not gonna be in a big plate. Like you said,
mm-hmm,
I am very, very Dominican, and anything that's Dominican, I'm gonna have it. So if you
mm-hmm.
offer it to me, I'm going to have it. I'm not gonna be that thing of like, oh, I had bariatric surgery. I can't have that. No, that's not. That
I,
doesn't come out of my mouth at all.
Same way with me. We were literally just had in the group chat with my family group chat with my mom and sisters. We were talking about July 4th, and they're just like, "What do you want? Cookout food? Like,
If,
I want the ribs, I want the
right,
baked beans, I want the corn and the potato salad. I'm gonna have a bite of it all, but after my bite, I'm good. But I want to be able to have my bite. Like, please don't come to me talking about you bringing a salad to July 4th. Like, I'm gonna be mad. Like, come on, let's
right.
do
I'm
this."
like, what you mean a salad? Do you see me eating salad now? Why would you think that for July 4th I'm gonna do
Like
that?
technically, like that's like not enough protein. Like I
Right.
need.
It's like
But
regardless of
I feel
anything,
like
I'd
people
rather
just
have the
assume that I
chicken.
want a salad, and I'm like, I actually don't eat a lot of salads because to
Mm-mm.
me that's a waste of bites. I have to get my protein
Yeah.
goals, and there's no protein in salad. But a lot of people be like, "You want a salad?"
Exactly.
No, I don't need a
Yeah.
salad. You give me a steak.
But I'll have the steak. No, I feel you on that because just the other day I was telling my stepdad, I'm like, I'm gonna buy you a grill because I really want a grill steak. And even if
Hmm.
I don't eat it, I just want that, right? Like
Yeah.
mentally, I want to have it in front of me and I want to start eating. After three
Hmm.
bites, I'm done. Here you go. I'll give it back to you. But I got the satisfaction that like it's a grill steak. You know, like you don't. They have never restricted the party just because I'm different in a way. You know.
Yeah. And don't do that. We're
Mm-mm.
good. Like,
I'm like, I'm actually not
hopefully
going to
we
do
have
this.
enough we have enough control to be around it. Like, we're not crack
Yes.
addicts. We just,
But that's the point, though. That's the point. You want to be able to be around those things and not feel like you have to like sneak it in so people don't judge you or anything like that. It's like, no, I eat it.
That's
That's
what
it.
makes it sustainable. Like, I could be around it and I'm okay. I can have a bite and
Exactly.
stop.
It's like you're calling like an alcoholic of like, oh, I can't have drinks around me because if not, I'm gonna go crazy again. Like, no, that's not
Like,
how
oh
it
Lord, I'm
goes.
sniffing fried chicken. I'm gonna gain on my weight back. Smell fried chicken.
It's like, oh, I want some. Here comes the addiction again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't.
You said that food isn't the enemy. How did you teach yourself to believe that?
Well, the reason why I say that is because the food doesn't have feet. It don't just crawl up to your mouth and just be like, "Oh, eat me." It doesn't do that. It doesn't. Like maybe in movies, I don't know, but like in real life, that's not a thing. So
Yeah.
my thing is like I'm in control of it. So if this hand goes into that food, then it's me that's going into the food and put it in my mouth, not the food going into me. So it's like the food is not the problem. I'm the problem because I'm the one doing the moving and moving my hands and doing everything. So I just kind of tell myself, it's like, okay, you want a cookie, have the cookie. But if you go for a second one, then that's your fault because you're already satisfying the craving that your body is having. Now, if you put another one, then you're harming it. Not the food, you are, because you're giving it an extra thing that's not needed. So that's my thing of like, when people look at food like, oh, I can't have this, I can't have that, I'm like, what you mean you can't have it? If you can't have it, then it wouldn't exist. Let me tell you, if it was bad for you, it wouldn't exist. So why would you treat food like it's like this bad monster thing that you can't have it? Like that's so wrong. And I feel like a lot of those things is like the society and social media period is like putting that into people's head of like Lisa, like she's on TikTok that she does this thing of like eat what you want and add what you need. Where it's like you want to have a cookie, great, but you need protein. So what you're gonna do is have the cookie, but have it with the protein shake. You have both things, you know? A balance, exactly. So like don't treat things like it's bad. They're not. They're not. You are. Because you were the one that got yourself there. You were the one that sit here and this big plate and ate things. And then after you finished that plate, you wanted another one and you actually went for it instead of just stopping yourself. So and now you want to blame the food for it when it was you? Like that's something that I'm just like, it doesn't make sense in my head. Why would you blame the food when it's not the food, it's yourself?
That's why they say that this surgery is a tool. You're not just gonna, because you had the surgery, become super skinny. Now you're gonna eat right. You're gonna do right, and it's just magic.
Yeah.
No, you still have to put the work in because it's you. You are in control of it. If you have a hammer, the hammer's only gonna work when you pick it up and use
When you
it.
pick it, exactly. And my thing is also, it's like now that I'm a year and 3 months like post op, it's not even harder to lose weight because now I can eat a little bit more. But now it's
you gotta be
in
more
my
intentional
control.
now.
Exactly. And I find out that there's certain food that doesn't fill me up as fast as other foods, right? Like if I let's say I do have a balanced meal of like rice, broccoli, and chicken, 3 bites in and I'm full. But if I had a whole thing of Cheetos, I'm gonna be able to eat all of that because it just goes and goes and goes.
Why do the Cheetos never hurt your stomach as much? But if you get 3 bites of chicken, you just like, oh,
yeah.
I ate enough for
I
all.
asked, like, what is that? Like, I don't understand that.
Much on Cheetos or Cheez-Its, and it just, I guess
And
that's
you
why they
can just
call it
keep
slider
going.
foods. Yeah, I think
Yes,
I
those
think
are the
that's what's called
sliders food.
slider
Yes.
food. Yeah, so you can just eat as much. Like, I didn't understand it, but like popcorn. Popcorn's another, you can tear up some popcorn and just be like,
I found that out when I went the other day to watch Lilo and Stitch, and I was eating some popcorn. I'm just like, oh, I can still eat more, and I'm not full yet.
The movie theater is not my friend because of the popcorn.
I was like, please keep this. No, and there's times that like I tell my boyfriend, I'm like eating it, and I know that I'm full, but it's so good that I'm just like, babe, take it away from me. Take it away, because I feel like, again, just me trying to get control back of like, it's not the food, it's me. So I'm just like, babe, take it away from me. And he literally just takes it away from me and he eat it. After he eats it, I'm just like, oh, I'm fine. The food is not in front of me anymore. So it's like, I'm great. Like, I'm fine. I took control back. But I know how to, like, those little triggers comes up and I'm just like, no, I can't keep eating. You know that if you get another bite, it's going to hurt you. It's going to do this. Then I just like, I took it to the side. So it's like you gotta like think of it of like you're talking to somebody else, but it's you're talking to yourself out of that thing that you can't do.
And so, like, I see online on your TikTok, your content is very much, we gonna have fun with this. We're gonna,
Mm-hmm.
make the protein. We're gonna eat what we want and love the journey we're in. How do you set boundaries when those people say, "Oh my gosh, you're eating Olive Garden. You can't have pasta," or whatever it is? Like, how do you deal with that type of feedback on a
The way I
daily?
see it is like, oh, this is content because I can just reply to you and actually educate you
You
on
got
all
a
these
new video.
things.
Yeah.
Pretty much, not for real. Like, and no, there's times I'm like, I don't
Thanks for the
actually
views.
reply back because I've said it before. It's like if I don't have nothing nice to say, I just don't say nothing at all. So like, what I do it
Hmm.
is I just say it out loud, and my boyfriend is just like, "Are you beefing again with them?" And I'm just like, "Yes, yes, I am." Because why are they commenting this? Why are they saying this? Like, they have no right to say this, or like,
You had
it's my
pizza?
um, girl, this the other day said, why don't you just order a kid's meal? That
Yeah.
took me to a loop. I was just like, no,
You
I
were
gotta
set
record
from that
something.
kids meal. You were
Yeah,
set off.
I'm
And
just
I am in
like, I'm
complete agreement. I
sorry
am in complete agreement with that. Because they
at
give you this
all.
little card that you could take to the restaurant and you're allowed to order off the kids menu with the card. I don't want nothing
Nah,
off that kids menu. I don't want chicken fingers. I don't want mac and cheese. Like, I don't want a hot dog and broccoli. I'm
at
not eating off the
all.
kids' meal. I'd rather just get a regular meal and have a whole bunch of leftovers before I'm
Exactly.
eating that. I'm not eating that. I don't want applesauce, y'all. Like, I'm a grown woman.
Yeah, exactly. But like the whole wasting food, and I understand that. But when you have bariatric surgery, it's like that is a real thing. Because regardless
Yeah.
of like, because I find myself when people ask me how many ounces I eat, I'm just like, it all varies on what I'm eating. Like they don't, it's not
On what
everything the
you're
same. It's not
eating. It
like I
also
eat five
varies on like
ounces
what
of
month,
everything.
what part of the month, where you are in your cycle, because
Yeah, I
that
don't
affects it
know.
too of how much I can
It
eat.
can.
So it's just like we'll
Mm-mm.
see.
I have measure it. I have measure it, and I have measure up to 6 ounces. I leave like 2 ounces. I'm like, okay, next time I'll do 4 ounces, and I'm just like, oh, but I want more.
You so good. I've never measured.
It's like when people come to me like, oh, just get the kids meal. I'm just like, I don't want that. I want a
Yeah,
big steak, regardless if I eat it or not. I just want the steak because I'm a grown up, and just because my stomach
exactly.
is a baby stomach doesn't mean nothing. Because I still have the mentality of an adult, so it's like I still
Mm-hmm.
want the steak, right? Like I don't want the
Yeah.
chicken nuggets.
Or
I understand maybe,
salmon or shrimp. I can.
yeah.
There's stuff I can eat that's not kids
Thank
meal.
you.
Like, I'm sorry
And no,
for
and there
all the
are
kids.
certain like restaurant or fast food chains that do have kids meal that are good. Like for example, Chipotle has a good kids meal that I do get that,
Because that's
right?
nothing but a smaller bowl. Like, it's still
It's
the same
exactly, it's still
menu.
the same
It's
food.
not.
It's just smaller. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to a
That I'll
restaurant,
do. I am agreeing. That is fine. But don't
but like when
give
you go
me
to
no
a
mac and cheese.
restaurant, yeah, the kids menu is literally just like the little pan pizza, like that's like this. Then you have the nuggets and the thing, and I'm just like, but I don't want that. I came here for tacos. Why would I want chicken nuggets? Like that just doesn't make sense, right? At that point, I'd
Yeah.
rather just stay home and just do it myself in the house. Like don't. I feel like people when they do those things, and I feel like for me to be at 10K already and like people hasn't really been like that, maybe because they've seen my videos and they know how I'm gonna respond, that I'm just a
Mm-hmm.
person that I don't care. If I have to tell you what it is, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not just gonna run under the bush or anything like I'm not doing that. Like the big controversy is all about the straw and the things, and I'm just like, well, let me tell you so you can actually die even more. I started with my straw the next day after I got home from the hospital. Like it wasn't like I started at 3 months. No, the next day because it helped me be able to
Mm-hmm.
stay hydrated, so I don't have to pay the hospital to put IV in me. Like that's
Yeah.
simple. I'd rather drink from a straw than having to run to a hospital because I'm dehydrated. Like it helps. Now, if you tried it
Yeah.
and it hurts you, then it hurts you. Then that means you gotta find another way. Doesn't mean that what
Yeah.
I'm doing is gonna help you.
And that's the thing. There's not a one size fit all. I can handle the straw. You
Yes.
can't. I'm not
Mm-mm.
bad because I can handle the straw, and you're not good because you can't handle the straw. Like, it's just two different
Exactly.
journeys, guys.
Two
Like,
different
stop.
journeys.
It's too
And like,
much with
and it's like
that.
I understand the doctors kind of like telling you, oh, you can't have that. I understand that, but you gotta understand also that the doctors say the same thing to every single patient. It might fit for
Mm-hmm.
you, but it might not fit for me. Now, if I have
Mhm.
already talked to my doctor, I told them the week after, I told them, I was like, hey, like I couldn't keep a drink down, so I had to start with the straw. So she was like, oh, are you good with your pills and everything? I was like, yeah. So she literally moved me to my puree stage right after because she's like, oh, you're doing very well. And I want you to just keep going up instead of kind of like restricting yourself a little bit more. So she actually helped me out, right? Every concern that I
Mhm.
had, I told her everything. It's not like I'm hiding. Oh my God, I can't tell my doctor that I'm drinking from a straw. Like, no, we're all grown ups. They're not my dad or my mom. I'm just telling them, like, hey,
Yeah.
this is what's helping me. And I'm sure they're going to be very proud because they don't want me to be dehydrated. So those things of like people just commenting things like that, again, I take it, I was like, oh, this is content because I can just make a video all about it. Or I
Yeah.
just, again, if I don't have nothing nice to say, I don't say nothing at all. So if you see a bad comment, if I haven't said anything at all, it's because it's not good. I just keep it to myself. I just keep it to myself because I can honestly offend someone and I don't want that. So I just, I just stay quiet. So I would just make them hate a little bit more by doing it even more often and showing them. Like,
Like
that's it.
every video, I got a straw and I'm sipping on it.
Like, look at me now, that like, I'm sorry, but you're probably just envious you can't have the straw or something. I don't know. Like, you can't. Mm-mm.
So, what are you most proud of so far in this journey?
Oh my God, I am proud of myself for actually sticking through all of this. Like, big time. I am like, I started off just being so into it. And so, like, life doesn't have to be so serious, you know? You
Mhm.
can have a little fun. You can have this, you can have that. But there's also a thing of like, there's a limit to stuff. Right. And so I'm very good at like, if something doesn't sit well with my body automatically rejects it like this.
Mhm.
So I am just very proud of that, of like actually listening to my body and what it actually likes and what it don't like. This doesn't sit right with my body, I'm gonna reject it. I don't like this.
Mm.
I'll find an alternative for that. Right? My body has been through so much because of me.
Mm.
Now it's time for
Mm.
me to actually like make sure that it's okay, right? I want to make sure that my body is actually ready to have kids. I want to make sure that my body feels good and is good to be able to actually raise the kids and doing all those things. So I'm a little like, let's say, overprotective of my body right now,
You're baby
where it's
crazy. You keep talking about these kids that's coming.
my boyfriend might hit it. He might be like, okay, girl, stop. But no, but to
Enough
me,
with the
I
kids.
yes, and I think I did that mostly because like my surgery. I said it before. It's like I didn't do it because I want to be skinny. I did it for
Yeah.
my health and because I want to be able to have my body for my kids. Like I talked to my boyfriend. I'm just like, man, my body can make kids, can make a whole human being. Like that is
Just get you
actually
started.
like it's crazy. Like to me, I'm just like, oh my God, how does some like I don't know, maybe that's just in my head of like how does a woman doesn't want to like build a human a little one like them inside of them? Like your
It
body can actually
happens.
do that. Like that
You're gonna be the one that's like, oh my gosh, the baby is an apricot this week.
I'm like, it's this size. Look at it, look at it. But no,
Now
I
it's the
probably
size
will
of a
be.
mango.
Yes, I'm honestly, I'm probably gonna be like that. I'm gonna be taking a picture of the size of like the fruit on the side of it too. Like, cause that
She already is
excites
making
me.
plans. She already has
Yes,
plans for it.
because that's exciting.
Love it. All right. So this is the last question. We always ask our guests to share a my journey, my business moment where it's essentially something that might not be according to the status quo or our rule book, but it's something that we do to give us joy and help us sustain our journey. And because it's my journey, it's my business. All right.
Right.
So let's see, what do you have to share with us this time for your my journey, my business?
Oh my God, I have so many, I just have,
It's
okay,
like
I have so,
my whole content, the whole TikTok is my journey, my business.
literally, you can just go ahead over there and they'll tell you. But like, no, my big one is carbonation. I feel like
Mm.
me, when it comes to water alone, I can understand water and putting like flavor in is gonna help it. But I feel like I go towards the water when it's carbonated. Like
Mm.
my body craves the carbonation in a way. So what I do is I just take water that's carbonated, and because I know it's gonna sit heavy, I just water, like I put some electrolyte to make sure I stay hydrated, or I put some like zero sugar, 0 calories, everything water enhancer, and it's literally a soda. That's the way I stay hydrated. I do not care, because if it helps me in my journey, I'm gonna keep doing it. It's not killing me. I'm okay. So I'm
like,
gonna
if
keep
you
doing
can
it.
handle it, because like for me, I can't handle it. I've tried
See?
on
Yeah.
2 occasions, and it felt like I was like exploding inside. I can
Yeah.
handle the carbonation, but I crave it. I still want a
Yeah.
Sprite every now and again. Like I just like Sprite, but I just
Right.
physically can't handle it. But I'm not hating on you for having your Coke. Have your Coke
Right.
Zero.
It's like, props to you. What do you do? So I can do the same. Like, I feel like if people are like that more often, they would probably be more happier with themselves.
A lot. They'll be a lot more happier. Be happy
Exactly. It's like,
for
no. It's
yourself and
like,
others.
thank you.
Yeah, it has to have. I have to have some type of flavor in it. Like
Exactly. So it's still
I go
water.
and rack up at like the Family Dollar or
Yeah.
the Dollar General. I get those
Yes.
flavored waters. My favorite is blue raspberry Starburst.
Ooh.
I can have
Ooh.
that with some coconut syrup. I drink that all
Yeah.
day.
That sounds good. Because the
I
one for
love
me is
it.
the stir one. Because I know the
Mhm.
packet ones has like 5 calories or whatever. So like the stir one
Mhm.
doesn't. I got them at Walmart and they are amazing. And they have electrolyte. One of them one electrolyte, the other ones doesn't. But my favorite one is black raspberry. Like they were
Mhm.
so good. And the
And just
Kool-Aid
any
cherry,
syrup, you could always like when you add the syrup, that always just makes it better. I
it
have all kinds of
does.
syrups.
And again, if it makes your body actually go for it and drink it, please do it. Because I'd rather
Exactly.
do that than being at the hospital because I'm dehydrated. It still counts because you're still giving water to your body. It's just enhanced with some flavor. Like that's it. Like there's not a different.
Mhm.
Call it juice, call it whatever you want, but I'm hydrated. Okay, I'm hydrated, and that's all that
And I'm
matters.
drinking.
That's all that matters. Exactly.
So where can people find your content, your
Alright.
recipes, your tips? Where can we follow you?
Oh my god, you can follow me on TikTok big time. And Instagram, they're both the same handle. It's Licette with 4 eyes. Cause why not just one? Because they took it. So I gotta put 4 eyes in it, okay? So yeah,
It's
both
Licette.
exact. There you go. But yeah, both Instagram and TikTok are that same handle. And then just Facebook also is just Lisette Medina on it.
Thank you
But
so much for coming. I really enjoy seeing you again. And heads up, this is our second time doing this interview because the first one messed up,
yeah.
but I think this one was even better. So I really appreciate you.
That is like amazing. So I really appreciate the opportunity to do all of this, and this honestly feels really
Yeah.
nice.
Yay.
Before you go, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this with someone walking their own path. Join the Facebook group and sign up at bariatricpaths.com to get all the details on upcoming events, support, and more. We're in this together. Go out there and crush it. This podcast is for support and inspiration only. It is not medical advice. Always talk to your doctor or care team about what's right for you.